All right, and we're back live here on Lugnut TV. Round 2 of the World Series of Short Track Race, and this race will be the SK Modified, 30 laps. Let's take a look at the results from round 1 in the street stock. We had Lehman, Reynolds, and Dustin Covington their top 3, and those guys will be going to the back of the pack just to add a little excitement to the point system tonight. And just working here behind the scenes, trying to get our links up so fans can find us. And early in practice, we have Jason Covington with a 17.499, 10th of a second better than Brian Vizell. And definitely saw the emotions of short track racing. A couple of the guys, heated tempers there with the 99, getting a little rough on some of the guys. We'll see how that works as they head into the second round of the night. And guys are same format as last time. We have a 25-minute practice session, and the best lap that you put down in practice is where the guys are going to be gridding. And still looking for the link, John, on the YouTube channel. I'll check back on that in a minute. And early stages of this session, we had it's like 19 minutes left. Guys are out there filling out this setup. It's a custom fixed setup. All the races tonight are fixed setups, meaning basically the chassis adjustments and everything. Everybody's got the same stuff, same tire pressure, wedge, and all that. It's really up to the talent behind the wheel to get it done. The guys can adjust their steering ratio, but that's just more of a driver feel and comfort kind of thing. And the guys are not allowed to change tires, and they have no fast repairs. You have what you have. It's hometown short track Saturday night racing at its finest. And Jason still has that fast lap. Craig Covington, the older Covington of the 3 second. The Georgia Flash, Nick Reynolds, putting down a 17.540 with the 3rd fast lap. Real tight times here so far. I'll just sit here and enjoy the guys as they ride around here and get some laps in. SK Modified. The SK Modified, of course, is what most folks see at their local home track. It's not as powerful as the tour-type Modifieds that you see in the NASCAR Wheeling Series. This is basically the same car that you see at your home track on a weekly show type of thing. They put on a lot of great action and very common all across the country, and they sure are a fun vehicle to drive. One of my favorites as well. However, my race results wouldn't show it, but definitely not my best car. And for the fans that are looking to find us, that link will be up on Facebook here. And definitely a little bit new at the solo broadcasting. Wes should be in any time. Was a good guy tonight. Took his wife out to dinner. Definitely got to keep things good on the home front, so that wives and girlfriends and stuff don't get too mad at us and let us do what we'd love to do. And gonna grab a few guys here and we'll talk a little bit as they get ready for this SK race. Gonna grab one of my favorite guys to race with. Often drives the bigger paint jobs. Mark Jackson, how you doing tonight?
Hello, Bob. How's it going?
Welcome to Loose Lugnuts TV, brother. I'm trying to think if I've ever actually seen you racing a modified.
Well, we got lucky tonight. We had Mr. Hedrick painted us up a slick race car, so we got a good sponsor for tonight. I'm glad to be here.
And glad to have you. Hate that you missed the first race, but what are your thoughts into going into the second race? You gonna go for it all and try to get the win?
Well, we think we might just try to fill this out, and hopefully some of these faster guys might get into a little bit of trouble.
You're going to see three of them in your mirror. The top three from the first race actually go to the rear. It's a unique format. Of course, you don't have any fast repairs, and there's no tire changes allowed in the race. It's only a 30-lap weekly feature kind of race. Does that change your strategy at all?
Well, now that you tell me that, I might just have to stand on the gas.
And how's that car feel out there on the track tonight?
Feels pretty good. I'm trying to get used to it. I wish I could knock that air cleaner off. It's kind of blinded me a little bit. So, I don't know. We'll see. We're going to have some fun.
And last but not least, who is your pick for the Great American Race tomorrow?
I am going to go with the number 88, Dale Jr.
I bet you're going to get a lot of likes with that. I'm hoping to see Junior come back strong as well. And wish you best of luck out there in this round 2 of the World Series of Short Track Racing.
Bob, thank you very much. Thanks to Loose Lugnuts.
That's Mark Jackson, always a great guy to talk to. One of our newer members. He's been, I think, over here a few months now. Always fun to race with, fun to talk to. Hell of a guy. And definitely got to check him out. Check out that great paint job by John Hendrick. John Hendrick, of course, one of the many talented painters at Over the Top Paints and Designs, one of our long-time supporters here at Loose Lugnuts Racing. And that is a sharp-looking car. God, nice job, John. And I can definitely relate to what Mark's speaking to, that these guys have a big air cleaner hanging right out through the hood. The modified, it's a pretty wild car to drive. It's actually NASCAR's oldest division in original series. And checking back in with the speed chart, just past halfway in this session, Nick Reynolds has moved up to the top of the speed chart with a 17.482. Charles Lahr in second. James Lehman in third. Mark Jackson actually just went to the top of the leaderboard with a 17.473. These times are constantly changing every lap. Some of the advantage to this open qualifying setup is you can get that little whiff of draft out of straightaways, burn some fuel off, get those few extra laps, get a little extra heat in the tires too. James Lehman has a pretty good lead. He's able to score some bonus points in the first round. This format, again, is a little unique for us. He was able to score 5 bonus points in the first round. Pulling that up right now, he has 48 points going into this round. Nick Reynolds, 42 points. Dustin, 44 points from the top 3 from the previous round. We did have one driver with a points penalty, and that was the 99, exceeding 11 incidents. And while we still have some time, we're going to get another interview. Let's see who we got down here. It's almost, it's kind of running around playing tic-tac-toe and trying to pick who we're going to talk to. I think I'm going to pull Dustin Covington up here, and he's going to be probably mad as hell for me doing this, but it'll be fun at the same time. Dustin Covington, welcome to Loose Lugnuts TV. Got a copy there, Dustin? Sounds like his microphone may not be working. Anyway, we'll leave Dustin alone. Apparently he's either stepped away or is having technical difficulties with the microphone. I want to pull one of the long-time Lugnuts, Jason Smoke, up in the booth, or Jay Smoke. Sorry, Jason. How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
I just called you Jason like 2 times. I know you're getting mad. I'm just going to call you Smoke here from now on.
There you go. Now I know who you're talking to.
How's that modified running, brother?
Oh, it's different. Just know me, I'm going to try to wheel anything around.
I gotcha. And how'd that first race go for you? I've seen you had some trouble there.
Yeah. Back there with the field all breathing down your neck, you're going to run into stuff like that at the short tracks. Looked like he bounced it off the wall. I had no clue it was coming. I was just looking one way, and next thing I know, I'm looking at the wall.
And who's your pick for the 500 tomorrow?
Oh, I'm going to go with Kyle Busch. Go Broncos, you know. Got to support my guy.
All right. Well, there's 2 faults: Broncos fan and a Kyle Busch fan.
Oh, those are 2 good things in my book.
Well, just wanted to grab you for a few minutes. Wish you best of luck out there, and hope you can get a better finish on this than you did the last one.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. And I'll be looking to try to run up front. We'll see if we can get it done.
And best of luck. That's Smoke in the 58.
User was moved out
Good
of your
guy,
channel.
even though he's a Broncos fan. And just taking a peek at the current speeds, James Lehman getting after it, trying to get that bonus point for the pole. 17,439. He'll earn the bonus point, even though he is going to the back as a result of the last race's finish. Again, just to revisit that, the top 3 from the street stock race finish in the back of this race. It's to make it exciting as far as the points go. And Jackson now 2nd, Nick Reynolds 3rd, Charles Barr 4th, Jason Covington in 5th, currently on the speed charts. 18 minutes into this session, so it's getting time to get that lap in. You're going to get up there and get that bonus point for the pole. And it looks like the 99 has elected to not continue tonight with us. Haven't seen him join this session yet. Had a rough go, and looked like he was the cause of a few of the heated tempers. We heard from Brian Tribble. He could feel the frustration that he was going through, and that's a part of short track race. And a lot of competitive guys and a lot of close racing out here. That's going to happen. I myself have been like that from time to time. Probably why they call me Bad Bob. And just gonna step down to the track real quick, just to mention the rules to the guys. I'll be with you in 2 minutes. All right, back to the quick drivers meeting. We have a drivers meeting each race at the beginning, just remind the guys of the rules and go over any other circumstances that may need to be brought up and attended to. And just revisiting that speed chart, Charles Lar is now at the top of the charts. The 17.436 to a 439, real close with his top two with the speed chart. And just watching Charles Lar re-enter the speedway, trying to get some more. Hey, well, we have a few minutes. I'm going to grab another one of the competitors out there, Andrew Williams. Andrew, how you doing tonight? Looks like Andrew may have stepped away. We'll try to get him later on.
Was moved out of your channel.
These last moments before the races start, guys usually step away, get a beverage, or use the facilities or whatnot. So this race is going to be 30 laps. Not a lot of time to get it done if you're starting in the back. And 21 minutes into this session, so just 4 minutes left here, and qualifying and practice will be wrapped up. We'll be ready to get back after it and get back to racing. And Charles Lar still hanging on to that pole position. And just a quick update on the speed chart. Georgia Flash Nick Reynolds is now at the top of the speed charts. 17.408. Wow, crushing that 436 that Laro had. Let's see if we can get the Georgia Flash up here real quick. Get a quick word from him. He had a pretty good run in that first race. Nick Reynolds, how's the Georgia Flash doing tonight?
Pretty good, sir. You?
Doing well. Had a good run in that street stock race. Just saw you get to the top of the speed chart in this event. What's the strategy? You're going to be starting in the back here, and not a lot of time to get back through the field.
Yeah, I know, Bob. Man, you want to play it safe by starting in the back like that, because these open wheel cars, you can get tore up very quickly. But like you said, there's not a lot of laps, so there's not a lot of time. So you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do you go and try to avoid the wrecks, or do you ride around in the back trying to miss the wrecks and wait, till you get 5 or 6 laps to go, and hopefully you're at a good spot where you can get a good run on, the guys in front of you or not.
Yes, well said. Well, it is the best of 3 races, so even just a decent finish in this race puts you in a good spot going into the next event.
Yes, sir, it will. But we'll see what we can do. I hope I don't tear it up too bad.
Who's your pick for tomorrow in the Daytona 500?
Man, I got to go with my Georgia boy, Chase Elliott. I think I'm going to have to go with him.
And anybody, sponsors, teammates you want to thank or anything?
None of my teammates are here tonight. I got some temporary, some fill-in teammates, Brian Tribble and James Lehman. He won the last race. Like to thank everybody at Southeast Motorsports, bowtieapparel.com. Good buddy of mine, Alan Madden. He's actually racing tonight. Check his website out. He sponsors everybody at Southeast Motorsports. Loose Lugnut, y'all do an awesome job. Loose Lugnuts TV. Y'all are really taking off, and I'm really proud for John and everybody over here at Loose Lugnuts. Glad they let me be a part of this.
Well, we appreciate you coming and racing with us every week, Nick, and wish you the best of luck down there. And I'll put you down there with, your temporary teammates.
Yeah, thank you, Bob.
User was moved out of your channel.
That's Nick Reynolds from Georgia. Call him the Georgia Flash. At least I did. And we are into the last half minute. Guys, a few guys out on track, still trying to get that best time on the board. Nick still clinging on to that fast lap with the 17.408. And like Nick was saying, GoTieApparel.com. Check them out. New sponsor here over at Loose Lugnuts TV and Loose Lugnuts Racing. Of course, over the top paints, Billy Wise and the Wise Guys, and RacedGear.com. A lot of great supporters that we have. Very fortunate to have those folks helping us out and do what we do. That is it. The clock has run out in the practice and qualifying session. Nick did have the fast time. Charles Blar will actually be moving up, though, as Nick and the top three from the street stock race will be going to the back. And the cars are gridding on the track. Charles Blar will be starting up front. Craig Covington, Andrew Williams, Mark Jackson, right up there in the top five. And bear with me, I'm just giving these guys the end of line penalty so that they are moved to the back for the gridding. And there we go, and the pace car should be rolling off here in a few seconds. Behind Andrew Williams, we have Mark Jackson, showing 6. Like I said, we got those top 3 going to the back. That will reset on the pace laps. This is the exact running order. Jason Covington, Dustin Covington. Dustin will be going to the back. Who's top 3 in the previous race. Brian Bazell put down the 9th best time. Panic in the 14. Robert Manis had the 10th best time in qualifying. Jake the Snake Anderson in the 25, 11th best time in qualifying. Brian Tribble, voice of Loose Lugnuts TV, he had the 12th best time. Travis Zudemeyer put down the 13th best time, but I believe Travis did actually call it a night, so he's not with us still. Alan Matting will be the next car on track with the 17707, the Mr. Breeze as we call him, the 317. Smoke in the 58, big Broncos fan. The 16th best time in the first practice. Guys rolling off, and these guys will be making the adjustments with the special rules and the gridding. You'll see those 3 guys dropping to the back, and when they come around, we'll get the exact lineup. Moves Charles Lauer to the outside. Bold. And lights are off on the iRacing Mustang, getting ready to go green here.
Green, green, green.
And they're away. We are back to green flag racing. Watching Nick Reynolds here in the back of the pack, see how he does off the break. A lot of wild racing back there. 3 wide out of turn 4, Brian Tribble. They straighten it back out. Jason Smoke falls in behind wisely. Up front, we have Charles Lawrence second. Andrew Williams right on the point right now, leading the pack as they come around to begin lap 3. Single file top 4 cars as they motor off into turn 1. We have Williams, Charles Lawrence, Jason Covington, Brian Frizzle, and Craig Covington, your top 5 currently on track. Andrew doing a really good job holding out their lead. He's about a car on Charles Lars there through 1 and 2. Jason Covington right there putting a little pressure on Lar as they work through 3 and 4. Gets a good run through the middle of the corner. Is able to pull up a little closer, but still nothing doing. Looking behind them, we have a side-by-side battle with Brian Bizel and Mark Jackson on his tail as they battle side-by-side. With Craig Covington. Nice little battle here. And I see Jake Anderson moving into that mix as well. Of those 4 cars almost paired up like they're on a pace lap. Jake Anderson looking at, oh, there's contact. Craig goes around. Looks like he might have got the wall there. And trying to wind that back a little bit and see what happened. It looked like Craig Covington might have pushed a little bit and got into the wall. We're taking a look at it right now. Looks like Mark Jackson actually just got a little bit of contact next to the 2 with him. And that got Craig sideways. Jake Anderson, unfortunately, was collected in that. Looked like he got a little damage on the inside wall as well. Wow. And all 3 cars are in the pits. Looks like they're getting some damage repaired. If it's too much damage, it'll be the end of the night for them. And Field is in tow behind the iRacing Mustang. We have Andrew Williams currently in the lead, followed by Charles Lar, Jason Covington. Craig Covington was able to get away from that spin and get back up there. And I think Wes might be joining us soon. And Field under caution, working lap number 10. And just trying to follow up with a few of the guys there that were involved. It looks like Jake Anderson's might be done for the race. And looks like it's going to be the end of the night for Jake Anderson and the 25 car. Too much damage to continue. And Field is crossing over in 2x2s. And lights are off on the iRacing Mustang, so we'll be going green. These guys can go as soon as the pace car exit. It's all on what Andrew wants to do here. We also had Brian Lohead actually retired from the event as well. And they're off, and there's a lot of bumping and banging as they came down to the line slow. We got cars, a lot of contact. Andrew Williams is able to get away. And we are back under caution, trying to figure out who was involved in that one. It looks like it's going to be the end of the race for the 48 car. Tough break for him. And I'm trying to rewind it on my screen to see what happens. So I can look back at it for you guys. When they looks like Allen got into the 96 just a little bit. It was just a chain event behind him with everybody checking up. Looks like the 48. Looks like the 48 was one of the worst as he pulled away with smoke pouring out of that car. He's in the room. I'm not sure if he's here. And field working, lap 15 under caution. Not much change up front there. Andrew Williams holding on to that top spot. He's in a good spot, staying out of trouble. Just seen him pit. Not sure what's going on there. That handed the lead over to Charles Lar. And we should be getting a 1 to go this time by. And Andrew is looks like he's retired from the race. Interesting development here. And lights are off on the racing Mustang. Fields crossing them over into columns of 2. Only 8 cars on the lead lap here at this point. Some guys look like they're falling out and have had trouble. Nick Reynolds started in the back, is currently in 7th. Nice job working his way up. James Lehman's worked his way all the way up to 3rd. And field is now coming out of turn 4 and going back green. Charles Lar gets a good jump on the lead here. And Jason Covington's going to get down to the bottom from that outside line and follow suit down the back straightaway. And coming by, this will be 12 to go now in the event. And Jason Covington getting a lot of pressure from Lehman there for that 2nd spot. Top 3 are pretty close. Lehman definitely up on the wheel in that SK modified. Jason with a solid run out of 2 that time. Spreads it out by a car length. And now it's starting to put a little pressure on Charles Lar. We have a pretty good battle amongst the top 3 here. Field now working lap 21 of 30. I know Jason wants to get to that front, and he's right there in striking distance. Lar with a good run through 3 and 4. Lehman now closes back up on the rear bumper of Jason Covington. Put a blanket right over the top 3 here. Lehman with another good run out of turn 2, closes up even more. He is right there. He makes a move to the inside and gets down on the apron. That allows Jason to pull away by 2 car lengths as they come down the front straightaway. And it sounds like he might have got a little damage in that. And Charles Lar able to string it out by 2 car lengths as those guys are racing. And definitely some damage on the 81. That will jeopardize him hanging on to that 3rd spot. And Bill coming around to begin lap 25. Lar, Jason Covington, your top two. And looking back, Lehman is now challenged as they head off into one by Jason Hughes. Smoke getting that spot as they come out of turn two. Move Smoke to turn spot. Lehman now following through the field, listening to the chat. He's got some problems with the left front on that 81 machine. And now starting to feel some pressure. From the Georgia Flash, Nick Reynolds, as he pulls up on his bumper. And Nick Reynolds now takes the spot from Craig Covington. There's contact out of 4. Craig gets the wall. I'm sure he is not happy with Nick on that. And following Nick Reynolds as he makes that charge, trying to catch the 81 in the closing laps. Bill now working lap 28. Nick definitely reeling him right in. Pulled up about 2 car lengths on that lap alone. Takes a look down to the inside as they come down the back straightaway and gets him in turns 3 or 4. They're side by side. And move Nick Reynolds up another spot as they head off into one. Looking back up at the lead, Charles Lar coming by to begin lap 30. Got about 4 car lengths on second spot currently. Jason Covington, third. Jason Hughes with a good lead over Nick Reynolds right now. Should be safe to get that around in third. Lehman dropped back to 5th with that late race damage. And there it is, Charles Lar gets the victory here in race 2 of the World Series of Short Track Racing. And we'll try to get some of these guys up briefly for a post-race interview. We definitely had some definitely have some contact, and definitely some of those short track emotions spilling over after the event's over. Craig definitely letting James know he didn't appreciate the contact there, and turn 4 when they passed each other. And that's James Lehman, Jason Covington, Smoke. Top 3 in this one. Nick Reynolds gets 4th. And let's see if we got Charles Lar. Looks like he's not in TeamSpeak at the moment. And that was a pretty good race. We're going to just step away here for a few minutes. We're going to be back before you know it with the super late model event. I didn't have the winner in there. Anyway, we'll be back about 10:15 with the third round of the short track racing, World Series of Short Track Racing here on Loose Lugnuts TV.
User disconnected from your channel.